Welcome to this quick guide on integrating Azure DevOps with GitHub. In the next few minutes, we will dive into how to streamline your CI/CD pipeline and automate builds, test, and deployment with ease. Whether you are new to DevOps or looking to improve your development workflow, integrating Azure DevOps with GitHub can make a huge difference. It allows you to seamlessly automate your process from the moment you push code to your repository all the way to deployment. In this video, we will cover a quick overview of Azure DevOps, show you why integrating with GitHub is a game changer, and take you step by step through setting up your CI/CD pipeline. We will also touch on how to automate your builds and deployments and provide tips for monitoring and improve your workflow. Stay tuned to the end of for some pro tips, and if you are ready to master DevOps, don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials like this. All right, now we have signed up to the Azure DevOps. If you haven't watched my previous video, please check out. I will put that in the description. And now let's try to integrate it with GitHub. So this integration allows you to automate builds, test, and deployment using Azure pipelines while keeping your code in GitHub. Let's set that up. So for that, first I'm heading over to the pipelines tab on the left side of your screen, if you can see. And from here, I need to create my pipeline here. So where is your code? It is asking me where is your code. So there are like multiple options in here: Azure Repos, Bitbucket Cloud, GitHub, GitHub Enterprise Server. So you have these options. So I'm going to select GitHub for our use case. So if you are not already signed into GitHub, it will ask you to sign in again and authorize Azure DevOps. So it is asking me to authorize. So I'm going to authorize Azure pipelines and I need to give the password here. So as soon as we give the password, the authorization will be, let's say, success. So in the GitHub, I'm going to select this particular project. I already authorized it, so it will ask for authorization. So just click on authorize. So as you can see on my screen, I have the simple pipeline, trigger main, pool. I'm giving this as default. It had like Ubuntu latest, and then followed by the steps echo hello world and echo add other tasks to build, test, and deploy project. Display name is like run a multi-line script. So now I'm going to save this. After saving, so I don't want to run the pipeline now. First of all, I would like to set up the self-hosted agent. So for that, I am going to go to project settings. In the project settings, I'm going to go to agent pools. In the agent pools, I'm going to select default and click on agents. Add your first agent. So here I see multiple options: Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So I'm going to follow this Linux approach. So for that, I need to, let's say, create this directory. So let's quickly create this directory. So for that, I am going to log into my test VM. So I've already done that. So locally I have a VM. If you have watched my previous videos, then I also showed about this virtual machine. So I'm going to create this directory here, make directory agent, and I will try to cd into that directory. So this is like my virtual machine. I try to connect remotely using SSH to this machine. And the next step is I'm going to use wget to download this package in this machine. So let's quickly run wget space. So it will download the package in this particular virtual machine. I'll try to make it small a bit. Yeah, if you list, yeah, we have this package in this machine. Now I'm going to unzip this. So for that, I'm going to use this command. So it is very easy process, I would say. So vs fts. So once you unzip this, you should have, the next steps. So for example, we should see the config.sh script in that. So until then, I would need a PAT token. Okay, so to configure this, I need like a personal access token. So for that, I am going to open a tab and go to the user settings followed by personal access token. Here, I am going to create a new token, name dev. I want to give full access, and also if you can define custom define access with different scope. So I'm going to give full access for this tutorial. So just click create and make sure this token is like copied and saved somewhere. So yeah, this is like kind of done now. As you can see, we have this config.sh. Now I need to run the script /config.sh. So it is asking for some licensing. I will say yes, followed by the DevOps organization URL. So I'm going to copy that from here real quick. So copy, enter, and enter authentication type. Press enter for PAT. So I'm going to enter this personal access token from here. Paste it here. So the GitHub will authenticate. Yeah. So as you can see, register agent, enter agent pool. So for this video, I'm using the default agent. If you want, you can create a new pool as well. I will try to show that also in the coming videos. So I'm going to press enter because I want to give it like the default pool and enter the agent name. So also press enter for test VM. So my VM name is test VM. So I'm going to give the same. Press enter. Scanning for pool capabilities, connecting to the server, successfully added the agent. So testing agent connection. Enter work folder. So I would like to use the same underscore work folder. So I'm going to press enter. Settings saved. Now let's go and check if we have this agent. The only thing which is missing is like run.sh. So I'll show you that. So I'm not going to run this. So close this. So as you can see, we have like the test VM in place. Previously there was nothing. So we have like the test VM and the agent version number. It is like enabled. Okay, so there is an option to update agent as well. I'm not going to do that. So it's enabled. Now if you want to see this online, we have to run the command. So what is that command? That is run.sh. So as soon as you run this command, the agent will be up and running. It will be online. As you can see, we have this agent online. That means now there's a possibility that we can run our pipeline. So let's go to the pipeline real quick. And this is our pipeline job. So once we have set up our pipeline, we are going to run this pipeline. So if I click on run, it will kick off the CI/CD process. So Azure pipelines will try to clone. So it is asking for permissions. Let's try to give permissions here. Permit. And let's wait. So it is like waiting on this pipeline. So after our pipeline runs, we can monitor its progress. As you can see here, we can monitor its progress. You'll get detailed logs of each step. So each step we are getting detailed logs. What's going on, we can see, checking out the source code, followed by running the echo hello world, then followed by running a multi-line script. So whether the build succeeds or failed, we are going to see all these details here. So for now, our build got success. So if there are any errors, you can go through the log files here. Want to automate the process? You can set triggers for your pipeline to run automatically whenever you push new code to your GitHub repository. So for that, I am going to, let's say, update a file. So I'm going to add a comment here and let's say push. So for example, I have a trigger already in place. So I'll just write a comment. trigger on push, commit, commit. So let's see if it has triggered a job here. I'm going to click on the pipelines. You see, it got triggered just now. So as soon as we updated the file, the CI/CD job started. And that's it. You have successfully integrated Azure DevOps with GitHub and set up your first CI/CD pipeline. It's an awesome way to streamline your development workflow and automate builds, tests, and deployments. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and check out my other videos on DevOps automation. See you in the next video.